So it's the day before Independence Day, and I keep talking about the same stuff, so I want to go back a few. I started this channel predominantly to get rid of the isms in capitalism, socialism, communism. They all have the same thing in common. What is that thing in common? Law, politics, and banking. They are all businesses under capitalism, socialism, and communism, fascism. All those isms allow bankers, lawyers, and politicians to operate in the sense that they are actually businesses that contribute to society, when in every regard to how they were founded had everything to do with utility and making humans human. The blockchain for me is one of the most significant ways for this current generation of people, individuals. It's the only way liberty is going to come back to humanity. Where'd she go? The only way liberty will ever come back to humanity is through the acknowledgement first that bankers, lawyers, and politicians and the businesses and the business they bring into banking, law, and politics is the root of evil, corruption, and problems. Problems ranging from, verbal abuse all the way to pedophilia. So, what I'd really like to try and hopefully do, without my greed taking over, is to bring some more of that back to this channel. This virtual deposit contract space is what I like to call it, even though there's only really one. It's the party. I'm hoping, that's about all I can do at this point, hoping that at some level I'm going to be participating in smart contracts that actually bring law into a utilitarian function. I do believe the virtual deposit contract will bring utility back into banking, rather than the business of robbing people and paying interest to those that hold interest, when everything, when it comes to money, is exclusively based on debt. That's definitely happening, and I definitely have that as my number one reason as to why I'm in the virtual deposit contract space. Because like I said, I'm going to lose all my money, and you are too if you play anything in crypto. So, yeah, I'd really like to see a smart contract in regards to... Oh, you're right there. Look, she's right there. Yeah, I got her. She's not going to go on the street, okay? Please, whoever thinks that I'm going to let her wander into the street, there's just no way. And I live in a very low traffic neighborhood of cars, so please don't be worried about Monet. I think we have bigger concerns like the ones I'm speaking to. So yeah, I'd love to see some smart contracts in the space of law. I think that would have the most significance. And then if the smart contracts were replacing the business of lawyers and proceed to progress more into the banking industry, I think that will be what you're going to hear from me a lot more of. But in the midterm, I think greed and the virtual deposit contract space will probably be mostly what you're hearing. But back to what I started, it's Independence Day. And if we're going to be independently minded as citizens of the United States... Boy, she is right on my tail. Usually she's as slow as ever. She just wants to get going. I believe if we're of any ilk of... If there's anything left in us, of our founding fathers, of the idea of what independence is, if there's any idea of what liberty is in any of us here, you know, we'll realize that blockchain technology is a pathway to the future that we just need to take a little bit of responsibility with and embrace wholeheartedly. Humanity's had way too much of leaders and rulers and bankers and lawyers making the world a shithole. No more shitholes. God bless America. God bless America.